8 minutes, and then I'm going to need you guys to kind of take a group, talk about some times where you have seen people break the HIPAA, okay? I ask that y'all please do not speak while the video is going on. I understand that a lot of you don't like to be here, but please don't be rude for all the other people who need this information. Yes, ma'am? Thank you.
Training, Health and Safety Series. I am Dr. Conrad, your safety trainer.
I know we
This
see,
training video is
but
about
it's the best video
the
I've
Health
found.
Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. As healthcare providers, it is our ethical and legal obligation to maintain the privacy and confidentiality of our patients' private health information. In 1996, the federal government passed a law that created a set of national standards to help protect medical records. This federal legislation is called the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA as it is better known. HIPAA became effective on April 14, 2003, and within its reach is PHI. You should know that protected health information is found in the following areas. A. Information found in medical facilities. B. Verbal and written information. C. Information stored in computer files. D. Information stored in paper medical records. E. Information shared with other facilities, as well as in insurance companies, legal offices, and other healthcare facilities. As a general rule, every healthcare organization is expected to develop policies and procedures to guide all practices within their operations. Every person who provides care or assistance to patients in that facility is expected to understand and comply with these HIPAA regulations. Failure to comply with HIPAA regulations can be very costly. Organizations or individuals that violate the privacy rules are subject to monetary fines of up to $250,000 and civil and criminal charges of up to 10 years in prison. Also, don't forget the risk of losing your accreditation and the bad reputation of your facility. So, if you are an employer, here is what you need to do administratively. You must 1. Appoint a privacy officer. 2. Develop policies and procedures that guide HIPAA implementation, evaluation, and revision. Include action to be taken if employees violate the policies. 3. Provide HIPAA training and educate employees on organizational policies and procedures. 4. Develop processes to handle privacy-related complaints. 5. Ensure that no retaliation occurs against someone who reports a violation in good faith. 6. Identify the appropriate action to take in order to minimize any harm in the event that a breach of privacy occurs. And 7. Demonstrate compliance with proper documentation and record-keeping requirements. Remember, as healthcare workers, our responsibility is to respect the confidentiality and private information of every patient. It is also our responsibility to ensure that patient information is only given or disclosed to others who have been legally authorized to have the information. Here is a list of information that needs to be kept private. First, all the information that identifies the individual, such as name, address, date of birth, phone number, social security number, any photographs, charts, test results, or other treatment-related information. This would also include physicians' and nurses' notes and billing information. You must know that HIPAA guarantees every patient a number of individual rights which need to be observed. Here is a list of HIPAA guaranteed patient rights. Every patient has the right to privacy. They have the right to confidential use of all their medical records. They have the right to access and amend their own health information. Patients have the right to provide specific authorization to use their health information for other than treatment and billing. In addition, a patient has a right to have her name withheld from a patient's directory or account list. HIPAA also requires that every patient be given a document describing their patient's rights. This document is called the patient's notice. In addition, every patient should be asked to sign an authorization form during their first visit. It is important for you to know that every patient has the right to register a complaint with the federal government and/or your facility if they feel that their privacy has been violated. In order to prevent privacy complaints, you should avoid 1. Discussing a case where other patients or visitors may hear you. 2. Do not discuss patient information in public elevators, hallways, and other public areas, such as cafeterias. 3. Do not leave medical records where other people may see them. 4. Do not give any medical records to others who are not authorized to have them. 5. Don't share private patient information with family members, news reporters, or the public. Medical information is not used for gossip with friends. 6. Don't take medical records home if they don't belong to you. 7. Do not leave the computer running with records visible to others. And finally, 8. Don't share your computer password. This can get you into a lot of trouble. Always be aware of your surroundings. Know where you are and who is around you. Try to minimize the chances of accidental disclosure to others by keeping private information out of other people's view. Always verify the identification of the person requesting the private medical information. Make a habit of checking photos and ensure that you have a signed request form on file. You should know that there are 4 components, or parts, that work together to protect private medical information. These are A. Physical security, B. Technical security, C. Security mechanisms, and D. Administrative procedures. See the slide for examples of each. While it is okay to call a patient by the name in the physician's office, lobby, or waiting room, care must be taken to limit the type of information heard by others. Never discuss medical procedures, tests, or other medical-related information in public. In addition to these rules, Hippa is also concerned with how your organization deals with individuals who report a Hippa violation. Your organization must have a policy in place to protect the rights of any person who in good faith has reported a privacy violation. This policy shall prohibit any retaliation against anyone who files a complaint, testifies in court, or assist in an investigation where a violation has taken place. During this presentation, we discussed the following key points. Remember, all medical information that identifies an individual is considered confidential. It is everyone's responsibility to protect the privacy of every patient. You should only use patient information if you are authorized to use it in your job. Description specifies the role you play when using private medical information. Always be aware of your surroundings, avoid accidental disclosure. And finally, if you suspect that a privacy violation has occurred, contact your medical director or your organization's privacy officer. Well, that's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this presentation as much as I did. On behalf of Dr. George and myself, I am Dr. Conrad, wishing you a safe and pleasant day. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, so not bad, right? I thought the doctor was pretty funny. Right, like. All right, so what I want you guys to do is break off into some groups, talk to each other, find out who's ever heard or been privy to somebody breaking a HIPAA violation. And then we'll discuss some of the stories that you guys have, and then we'll go from there. Yes? All right. Go ahead, get in some groups. How many groups do you want? Doesn't matter. You got your group right here. Giving report. But what if they have like visitors in their room while you're giving reports? Then you just ask the visitor if they can either step out or if ask the patient if they're okay to discuss information in front of them. The same way you would do if the patient, a family member was to come to you to ask you a question, you tell them that you can't give them that information. So you'd ask the patient's family to step out. Right? Alright, Brent, what did you guys come up with? Nothing. You tell me in all your years, you don't have one HIPAA violation.
Not that I can remember.
Well,
Good answer.
Good answer. I know, exactly. Alright, so Peg, what did you guys come up with?
We talked about this area.
Alright, guys, Peg's talking.
On the phone, if a family member calls and says they want information about Mr. Jones, we aren't going to automatically just rattle off the information. It's best to ask the patient, hey, so-and-so called, they were asking about you. Is it okay if I call them back and tell them how you're doing? That way you're not violating anything. I know it's okay for us to say, they're doing better, or he's doing good, but we can't give details unless we ask the patient if it's okay. In our area of therapy, we have our little office area back in the back, and sometimes we'll talk amongst ourselves about patients, and there's other patients lined up waiting for therapy. So we're going to be more mindful of reframing from naming. So we call this.
All right.
Reframing from naming. So we can talk about patient X with Tiffany. Tiffany, I want to talk to you about, and then it's okay to say details because nobody knows who we're talking about. So that was our biggest.
Brilliant.
All right. That's good. Okay, I like it. Refrain from naming. Okay. What you guys come up with over here? Same thing she did. Oh, good. What you got?
I got one. You have a lot of people around the desk, you know, that happens all the time.
Right.
Other families, there's other family members standing around, and then, you know, they're over here, right, whether that's their patient or not their patient, and a family member, and, some of the things we can get into some conversations when we're in talking, and then that's probably what it is.
All right, so Darlene brought up that at the nurse's station, that some of the nurses will be talking about a family member to a family member, and you have a crowd of people around you. How many times you walk up to the nurse's station and there's people always waiting there? So she talked about how you may be discussing one family member's information, and in turn, another family member from a different resident is overhearing. So how do we fix that? Maybe step away from the nurse's station for a moment. Or maybe asking that resident family if you can, you know, give us a minute. I'll meet you in your family member's room, right? Or discussing that information in the family member's room. Might help alleviate that. What else did we come up with?
When charting, when getting called and pulled away from the computer, instead of leaving the computer, closing whatever you're doing, or closing the computer.
So how many people walk by and the point-click care is up on the computer screen or the kiosk? All the time, right? So, Felicia said that we should remember to minimize our screens or exit out of our program before we leave our desk, because that's not only confidentiality, it's HIPAA as well. I got one. Who likes to take selfies? Oh, come on, you know y'all do. Oh, girl, I look so cute today. My hair's done right. These scrubs are good. Let me take a selfie, right? Or you know what? Oh, hey, Mom, look, that works. Yay! And we take selfies all over the place. But y'all forgot, Miss Jones is sitting behind you. She's waving because she wants to picture too. You know, so you went, oh, look at my cute resident in the background. Photo bomb. That's HIPAA. Now, you know that if you post that picture online, one, without Miss Jones' consent or her power of attorney's consent, that is a $10,000 fine. Do you know who's responsible for that? Whoever decides they're going to post it up on Facebook. That does not come through the facility. Now, not only did you put Miss Jones up on Facebook, you said her name, and you tagged the Villages Rehab. Why? Because you work here. So now you just gave her name, her address, and an actual photo picture of her. That is $30,000. How much more do you want to rack up? None, right? So if you want to take a selfie, take it in the parking lot. Take it in your car. Take it in the bathroom. People do it all the time. Just do not take it on the floors, because it can't be a patient in the background. It can't be a computer open with point-click care. It cannot even be the room number with the patient's name. Those are all HIPAA violations that sometimes you don't realize because we're not paying attention. Anybody got any other examples?
I want to retract my note.
You wanna